A very good evening to all my dear students. I once again welcome you for a new session and new class on behalf of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We welcome you for the class of LLP, that is Limited Liability Partnership. Good evening, Sagufta, Asta, Ritika, Soumya, Almaz, Khushi, Memory, Rajveer. Very good evening to all of you and welcome to the class, students. Krishan Shiri, okay. If company not declared dividend only in last year, but have declared in second and third last year, then condition 1 will state apply. Asta Sethi, I hope you're asking the question related to which chapter. Please write in reference to what are you asking. So, welcome to the class, students, and I hope you all have revised well about your companies incorporated outside India. In the previous two sessions, we have completed foreign companies and we also did n number of questions related to it. Today, we are going to start a new chapter, a new session, that is LLP. And as promised, I will take a test of foreign companies because I told you in the last class that do revise well, and I will be asking you one question. You want to do the question first or you want to start with LLP first? Tell me in the chat box quickly. Would you like to do the foreign companies question first? That I wanted to ask all of you. One question I told you that I'll be testing your knowledge depending upon how much you have revised. Or you want to do the questions in the end? Some says, ma'am, first question. Some says LLP first. So there is a tie between this. So I will have to take a call then because some have said, yes, ma'am, first questions. So this will help me, Mohammed Farhan, to let me know how much you have revised about foreign companies, right? So, well, let's do one thing. Let's start with LLP, and in between, I will be testing your knowledge related to this question, which is related to foreign companies. Okay. So let's begin LLP now. Limited liability partnership, the new topic. Do you feel that you have heard this word before in any of your course while doing law? When have you studied about this? Have you studied about LLP? Have you ever known about Partnership Act? Was it part of your CA foundation? Yes or no? Show some energy, students in the class. Why so dull today? Yes, Yash, Triyanshi, all of you. Good. Khushi Mehra, Priya Mishra, everybody is now responding. Nayana, Soumya. Good. So yes, in foundation, you have studied about Partnership Act. So if I don't want to set up a partnership, why LLP came into existence? Have you done LLP in CA Foundation, or you are the earlier students who did not have LLP in the CA Foundation? So we will be starting, whether you have done it in CA Foundation or not, we will be starting LLP from the scratch, from the very beginning. All right. So in CA Foundation, children, you have studied about a term and the act that was Indian Partnership Act 1932. What have you studied about that? Because before getting deep into LLP, it's very important to just remember what was partnership all about. So how many of you remember what was Partnership Act all about? What did you have in Partnership Act? Two or more persons agreeing to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. This is what you did in CA Foundation about Partnership Act. What was the biggest disadvantage that we had when we used to set up a partnership firm? So all the chartered accountants, lawyers, they come together and do the business and they set up a firm that is a partnership firm. So accordingly, Indian Partnership Act governs all the rules and regulations related to that firm. But what was the major disadvantage? Very good, Miss P, Soumya, Almas. Excellent. There was unlimited liability. So what used to happen, children? If I used to set up, yes, Priyanshi, Asta, excellent answers, everyone. So what used to happen, children, when I was a sole proprietor? So I am Mr. X as a sole proprietor. If I do business, then I have unlimited liability. So I thought that it's very difficult to, being an entrepreneur, doing a business alone. Why don't I make hands join with Mr. Y and Mr. Z also, and we become partners and we open up a partnership firm. But again, after becoming partners, the capital contribution increased, sharing of profits was happening well, but still the liability was unlimited. Then what is another form of organization that you can suggest for me? So there is Mr. X, who is the sole proprietor. I ask you that he is having unlimited liability, so he wants to share the burden. He becomes partners with Mr. Y and Mr. Z. Again, the problem is unlimited liability. You as CA student, tell me what form of organization he can set up further. Yes, ma'am, he can set up a company, which we have been doing in CA Intermediate. It's either a public company or a private company. So if it's a public or private company, do we have what was the limited what was the liability in case of a company? सीधा ही LLP पे आ गए, हाँ, Soumya and Miss P. Let's go to company first, na, so that I can tell you how LLP came into picture. Yes, Tanu, very good. So what happened? Yes, Yash, excellent. The liability was limited as well as unlimited. Very good. So limited by shares or limited by guarantee. Do you remember chapter number 1, preliminary, what you have been doing in intermediate? Or it is also unlimited liability company. ये भी होती है. But at least we get a limited liability when we open up a company. ठीक है? Good, Naina, everyone. So now, what was the problem? So, ma'am, why is the need of LLP? You said unlimited liability is a problematic thing, but government has already solved this thing by having companies, public and private, limited by shares or limited by guarantee, isn't it? Then why there is a need of LLP in between? Because if I was setting up a company, it had a lot of compliance is required. You have been studying Companies Act. You have seen so many sections applicable. So much still somebody is floating in the dividend chapter. So child, that chapter was the only chapter you have not done with me. So you can address the query later on to the respective concerned person. But if you had any other query, you can ask me related to foreign companies. But you have seen a lot of compliance was related. So many things in the registration of charges, deposits, everything that we have done. All right. So much of compliance, MCA websites, forms, you have to look into all that things. So Mr. X, being a sole proprietor and now setting up a company altogether, was a little difficult for him. So what was happening? People failed to be an entrepreneur. People were thinking, leave this year. It's not preferable. We will better do a job or something. It's so difficult to become an entrepreneur because as a sole proprietor, or even we have to set up a company. So government thought, let's have a new form of corporate kind of structure, which has a flexibility of agreement as well as partnership. So government thought that let's come up with a form of organization which is known as LLP, Limited Liability Partnership, where we will limit the liability of members, plus we will give them the corporate structure. Corporate structure means you look like a company, but you're actually not a company. So you told me the biggest disadvantage of partnership was unlimited liability. What is the biggest advantage of company? It has a, batao, separate legal existence. Company is an artificial judicial person. Remember? Chapter 1, 2, Incorporation of Companies. Separate legal existence. Very good, Mr. Ajay. Tanu, excellent. Soumya. So now we will be setting up an organization where we have the benefits of both partnership as well as company. So majorly you see chartered accountants have also started forming up LLPs for their partnership business, because partnership under Indian partnership, still some of them form, but then the unlimited liability really bothers them. So they try to take the advantage that the government has given by passing the LLP Act 2008. So many CAs have also started setting up LLPs rather than going into a company or setting up a partnership firm. I hope everyone is clear related to these points, how it is a merger, how it is a hybrid of, yes, corporate veil, very good, Yash Border. Here in company, you have a corporate veil, separate legal entity. Members are different, companies different. Similarly, LLP is, members are different, LLP is different. We will do one by one all the characteristics also of LLP. But this was the requirement. That is why LLP has been set. Now, second important thing of today's lecture, I told you in the previous lecture also, foreign companies is an exclusive topic. You must have seen, yes, it is related to when we say that entire accounts of companies is applicable, entire provisions of audit is applicable, that is clear. But still, it was a very small chapter and it is very important to learn it and writing practice also, so that your one particular act is ready. Similarly, LLP Act is, children, very, very simple, though it's very big. It's very vast, but I tried to simplify it as far as possible in the class so that you can learn it then and there. Okay, but ये वाला एक्ट इतना सिंपल है, इसको छोड़ के नहीं जाना. जैसे आप कहते हैं ना कुछ स्किप कर लें हम, तो ऐसे वाले एक्ट सिंपल वाले, don't leave them because they're very simple and small. So everybody is clear why limited liability partnership came into picture, because government wanted a new form of corporate structure. So it has the structure of the company and flexibility of partnership. So company and partners are both joining hands. They said now we will get a company kind of a structure and flexibility of partnership. What is the meaning of flexibility of partnership? Why do they call it flexibility of partnership? प्रिया मिश्रा इज आस्किंग, मैम फिर क्या स्किप कर सकते हैं? कुछ भी स्किप नहीं करना है, सब कुछ पढ़ना. कहने का मतलब ये था, डोंट ट्राई टू लीव दिस एक्ट बिकॉज़ इज वेरी वेरी सिंपल. Okay. Yes, Miss P, because of partnership agreement. Others, what is the meaning of flexibility of partnership? Answer me. They can do their traditional methods. Okay. Kumawat, Ajay, good. Naina, yes, partners can come and go. That's fine. So in partnership, you have the agreement kind of base structure. Not to comply with too many complications. Absolutely correct, Asta Sethi. Mutual arrangements are there, Soumya. Oh, very good. So these kind of things were possible when you have a partnership kind of organization. So you have a flexible approach because most of the things are based on the agreement. Similarly, in LLP, we'll be having an agreement, plus we get the structure of the company. Clear? So here was the need of setting up an LLP. So let's do one by one small points. LLP is required because it is an alternative to the partnership form. Partnership had unlimited personal liability on one. So much huge. If partners, tell me one thing, if there are three partners, A, B, C, A brings in 10,000 capital, B brings in 10K capital, C has bought in 10K capital. If the liabilities of the firm are 70,000, so the capital contributions are 30,000. Who will bear 40,000 rupees? Is it the partnership firm or the partners who will have to pay for this 40,000 rupees liability? All the partners. How will they pay? They have only contributed 10,000. So their personal assets become liable. Okay, na? Their personal assets will become liable. They will have to sell off their personal assets and they will have to pay this liability of 40. So unlimited liability was in one hand and corporate governance structure of limited liability company was in another hand. We all agreed that a lot of compliance was there. So it was difficult. So new corporate form, which is an alternative to this, was set up. It helps the professional expertise and entrepreneur initiatives, providing them flexible, innovative, and efficient manner. LLP Act 2008 was. So I told you to encourage the entrepreneurship. People who are so talented, they were not doing business, children, because they were afraid of unlimited liability. So government thought so much of the talent is going waste. Let's try to put some restrictions on the liability and also try to give them a corporate structure. So that's why LLP came into picture. So it gives the benefit of both limited liability and also they can set up their internal structure on the basis of the mutual agreement. This helps the entrepreneurs, means जो business करते हैं, professionals means जो CA, lawyers हैं, enterprises, that one kind of scientific and technical disciplines having a common vehicle suited to their requirements. So it is because of its flexibility, it is suitable for all the small enterprises and investment by venture capital. So which organizations generally set up? Small enterprises and venture capitalists are very happy in setting up an LLP form of organization. So LLP is giving us the benefits of limited liability and flexibility. So what are the basic advantages of LLP? Let's do certain advantages and then we will go in from the study material, all the points. Miss P is asking joint and several liability. Yes, both have the same meaning. Miss P, when you say the liability is jointly and severally means partners are liable together also and individually also the personal assets are held liable. So number one advantage is separate legal entity. Now, I am not going to tell you what is separate legal entity because you have done it very nicely. In chapter number 2, when you did incorporation of company, when you have done characteristics of company, also in CA Foundation, you have learned the meaning of separate legal entity. Let me ask you, what is the meaning of separate legal entity? Excellent. The business and the owners are different. Company is different from the members. Very nice. Distinct from the members. Harshada, good. So if any liability happens, company was liable for its liability and shareholders were not liable. There was a separation. Corporate way. Very good, Rajveer. Excellent. Company's existence is forever. Nice answers. Yash, good. Asta Sethi, intelligent. Nice. All of you. Good answers. So company has a separate, LLP has a separate legal entity. So LLP will bear its own liabilities and the partners are separate. Like in company, you have company and members. Here the partners are separate from the LLP that we have set. Partner is not liable for all the losses of the company. If they have used the word company, basically they wanted to use the word LLP. So second point is, if the firm is having, if the LLP is having the loss of 40,000 balance, that will not be borne by the partners individually, that will be borne by the LLP. If we go to the same example, 10,000 they have contributed and 70,000 is the liability, then who will contribute for this loss? Will the partners be personally liable? The answer is no. Who will be liable? LLP will be held liable for the losses. The partners have the right to manage the business directly. So directly they can manage the business. They are not agents of each other. Okay. So in partnership, we all were agent of each other. In LLP, we are no. I will explain all these points from the module. I will show you where it is written. Whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm telling, I'll make you mark all these points in the study materials. Is that clear? LLP can raise funds from the partners, NBFCs, non-banking financial companies or banks, and from the partners, they can raise their money or capital. If there is only one partner, then the sole partner cannot find a new one without a dissolution. So here also, dissolution has to be done. Otherwise, what will happen? We will understand when we do section 6 and 7, if only one partner is left. Post incorporation, partner LLP can have limitless partners. So that means there is no limit on the number of partners. You can have as many partners as you want. Like in case of public company, you can have as many number of members. Similarly, LLP can have as many number of partners as it. So again, a summarized form, it's a new form of legal business entity with limited liability. It is an alternative, allows the flexibility. So rather than learning from the study material, you can simply learn this advantages part and this need of LLP part. So it's very, very simply and briefly given. Now, first we'll do the salient features from here and then we will jump to the study. Now, whatever the salient features were of companies, many of them are similar for the LLP also. So, what is the first salient feature? It says LLP is a body corporate. What is the meaning of body corporate? We will do the definition of body corporate, but what is the meaning of body corporate? Means it gets the structure of a company. When LLP is set up, it becomes a body corporate, which includes company incorporated outside India, inside India. Similarly, LLP, which is incorporated outside India, is also included. What is the meaning of perpetual succession? So, company had a perpetual succession. If there are 5 members of the company who are all directors, if all these directors died, will the company come to an end? No, ma'am. Company is still live. Company keep on existing on the papers. It is created by law. Very good, Ajay. Similarly, if LLP has 5 partners, if all the partners died, will LLP will be still alive? Yes or no? Yes, members may come and go. Company is forever. Very good, Divya. Similarly, it is yes for LLP also. It will continue till end. What do you mean by Naina till end? Means till the time it is not winded up, till the time it is existing on the papers, company or LLP will keep on existing because it has a perpetual succession. Perpetual means continues to exist. After that, we have just discussed separate legal entity. So company is different from shareholders. Here we will say LLP is different from the partners. Like company is different from the shareholders. Here LLP is different from the partners. What about mutual agency? What is the meaning of mutual agency? Refer to your mind back in partnership. We have studied so much about mutual agency. Mutual agency hota kya tha? What was mutual agency? That the partners are agent of each other, right? They are agent as well as principal and they are liable for each other's acts. But here, can we say the partners are agent of each other? The answer is no. But they all are agent of the LLP. Whatever the partners are going to do, LLP will be held liable. Yes, excellent. Pooja, Astha, everyone, Ajay. So all the partners will be liable for the actions, whatever actions they have taken, LLP will be held liable. Here we have LLP agreement. So what kind of partnership agreement that you used to form in partnership? It was known as partnership deed or partnership agreement. Here it is known as LLP agreement. So first 4 characteristics we have copied from the Companies Act, जो company वाले थे. 4th and 5th is from the partnership. Some part of mutual agency we have taken, children, and some part of the LLP Act. Then the next is artificial judicial person. What is the meaning of this? A legal person has come into existence when the LLP is formed in the books. A legal existence happens and it continues to exist. It can sue and be sued in its own name. Case can be filed in the name of LLP. Again, this is the characteristics of a company or partnership, the 6th point. Excellent. It is related to company. Easy, है ना? It's very, very simple. LLP is, I told you in the beginning, when you will be doing LLP, you'll have so much of thoughts remembering of your CA foundation because you're taking the name of partnership, how the partners were there, and your first few chapters of companies, how the company was formed. It's all very much related information. Then you have common seal. What is the meaning of common seal? Again, the signatures that the LLP need to put. It is a common seal. In companies, common seal is optional. Remember? Many a times 3 marks question come, who will sign? Directors, company secretary. If it is having a company secretary, then he will also sign. That was the case of company. But here the common seal shall be put in the front of 2DP. What is the meaning of DP? Designated partners. So we will do these words in the definition. Then I will explain you. Here in partnership, in LLP, we have designated partners. Who is a designated partner? I will tell you in some time. Liability is limited or unlimited under LLP? Limited. Yes, section 7. Very good. What is the meaning of limited liability? Means whatever I have contributed, whatever my contribution is, I am liable only to that extent. I don't have unlimited liability. After that, management of business. How the business is managed? It will be managed by the designated partners. And who are the partners? Minimum 2 partners and maximum we have no limit on the number of partners. Let me take you from the module also. All these points I will show you where it is written. Visible? Okay. So this is what we have just discussed. The same part, which is first few pages of the copy paste, because it is the act. So it is a copy paste of the act which you have studied in CA Foundation. The first few pages are exactly the same. So the only thing I wanted to tell you over here is LLP have total 81 sections and it has 4 schedules. 1, 2, 3, 4 schedules. Like Companies Act has its sections and schedules. LLP also has 4 schedules. So the first schedule deals with the rights and duties of the partners in case there is no formal agreement. So law says either you have to follow LLP agreement. LLP agreement will tell you what are your rights and duties as a partner. And if you don't make LLP agreement, then where it is written, then you'll have to follow the first schedule, which will tell you your rights and duties. Second schedule tells you how you can convert your partnership form into LLP. So you have opened up a partnership. Now you had a problem because of unlimited liability. You want to convert yourself into LLP. So you will follow second schedule. If you're a private company and you want to convert yourself into LLP, then which schedule you will follow? 3 or 4? If you are an unlisted public company, then you will convert into LLP following which schedule? All right. So third schedule talks about private company conversion and fourth schedule talks about public company conversion. Then MCA websites and ROCs will be doing the administering of the LLP, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, whatever we have been seeing, all the forms for companies, MCA is regulating. And where we used to file our documents with the ROC, Registrar of Companies. For LLP also, we go and file our documents with the LOC, ROC. For firm also, we go to ROC. Please tell me. For firm also, partnership firm also, we go to ROC. No, ma'am. We go to Registrar of Firms. Very nice. Now, please mark this line very, very important. Indian Partnership Act 1932 is not applicable to LLP. Indian Partnership Act is not applicable. If I ask you that Partnership Act is applicable to LLP, the answer is no. Companies Act is applicable to LLP. The answer is no. What is applicable to LLP? LLP Act 2008, which has been recently amended. So we have LLP Act, Amended Act 2021 that you have to follow. So from 13th August 2021, all the amendments have been incorporated in your study material also. So it's an amended act, was recently amended. This all points we have done from my presentation. We have discussed this also. Let's come to the definitions and then we will be doing all those points of characteristics from here also. ये सारे points हम यहाँ से करेंगे one by one. Let's do the definitions first. What is the meaning of the word address? So it says, which address are you going to use? You're going to use the partner's address or LLP's address. So if the individuals are the partners in your firm, so if we have the partners, A, B, and C are the individual partners in LLP, then their usual residential address means the address of the LLP. Whatever is their address, they will be address of the LLP. But if it is a body corporate means we'll be doing this definition of body corporate. So if it is the body corporate, then we use the address of the RO office, registered office. So say for example, there is an LLP which is set up by A, B, and C. A is saying in Delhi, Connaught Place. He is saying in Kalkaji in Delhi. He is saying in GK. So whatever are their residential address in Kalkaji, GK, and Connaught Place, they will become the address for the meaning of address. But if it is a body corporate, means ABC Company Limited has set up an LLP along with PQR Company Limited. So these are companies which have come together and set up the LLP. Then whatever is their registered office address, that would be it. If you're an individual, then your residential address. If you're a company, then your RO office address will be used. Is that clear? Now let's do important definitions from my presentation first. What is the meaning of foreign LLP? So when you see colorful stuff, you feel happy about that. This is again a copy paste taken from your Saransh, which I want to tell each one of you. Institute has made so much effort, such beautifully colorful notes, flowcharts they have made for you, so that you can just flip through the Saransh once you're done with your topics. It's a summarized form of summary has been given of the briefing of the chapters. But don't directly pick up the stuff from there for learning. But yes, for your summarized stuff, you can refer to Saransh also, which has been made by the CA Institute for your comfort and easy learning. So foreign LLP, what was the meaning of foreign company? पहले मुझे ये बताओ, जल्दी जल्दी. Foreign company is defined under which section? Section 2 clause. लिख दूं मैं, आप लिख रहे हो? Section 2 clause 42. What was the definition of foreign company? Quickly write in the chat box. Everyone write the definition of foreign company. You have to give the definition correctly. Priya Mishra, good. Tanu, Divya. So any company which is incorporated outside India, have a place of business in India, and doing a business activity in India is known as foreign company. Many of you are still not writing. Doing a very good, Harshita, electronic origin, very nice memory, Mohammed Farhan, Miss P, Asta, Kushi, Shagufta, excellent all of you. Well done, well done, well done. Almas, Pooja, Naina, Soumya, everyone has written it now. Good. So now what is foreign LLP? Same, similar kind of definition. Point number one, LLP which is formed, incorporated or registered outside India. So I and my friend made an LLP in USA. Plus we established a place of business in Delhi. We opened up a place of business in India and Delhi. Then what will be called? We will be known as foreign LLP. You have seen foreign LLP's definition is not having that extensive, clear definition because we are just covering the part of LLP Act. We are not covering in detail the foreign LLP regulations also. Yes, Shailaja, Rajput, Tanu, Soumya, all of you are correct. So any company, any LLP which is formed, registered in Singapore and has opened up a place in Pune, will you call it LLP or a foreign LLP? Anywhere outside India. See, they have made a map of world. Australia, Africa, USA, Australia, Singapore, Canada, anywhere you open, but you have a place of business in India, then you're known as foreign LLP. But if I opened up an LLP in Singapore and I'm doing business in Singapore, I don't have any place of business in India. Is it a foreign LLP, yes or no? थोड़ा हिंदी में समझा दीजिए. पवन कुमार has joined now. बेटा क्या नहीं समझ आया? प्लीज आस्क दैट इन हिंदी बिकॉज मेजर स्टूडेंट्स आर फ्रॉम इंग्लिश बैकग्राउंड, देन दे विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. Pavan, if you have not understood anything, you can ask me. Somesh Singh, good. Very good, Trishan Shuri, because it's not having a place of business in India. Very good memory. It's not a foreign LLP. Pavan Kumar, अगर आपने बाहर अब्रॉड में कोई LLP खोली है एंड उसका बिजनेस कोई ब्रांच आपने ऑफिस इंडिया में भी खोला है तो उस LLP को फॉरेन LLP कहा जाता है. Is that clear now? Now let's do another important definition of body corporate. So I told you body corporate is a wider term. What is the meaning of body corporate? Till now, what do you know? Body corporate includes a company made in India plus a company outside India. यही definition आपने learn करी हुई है, yes or no? Company incorporated. So I made a company outside India in Singapore and I'm doing business there only. So it's not a foreign company, you said. But is it a body corporate, yes or no? Yes, very good. Others are still thinking. Yes, Julie, Pooja, Shelja, everybody. Good. So it's a body corporate. So body corporate means a company. Company means जो Companies Act 2013 में बनी है. Plus a company incorporated outside. Also it includes LLP which is registered under this act and LLP जो बाहर बनी. So बाहर जो LLP बनी है वो भी body corporate है. यहाँ जो LLP बनी है वो भी body corporate है. बाहर जो कंपनी बनी है वो भी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट है. यहाँ जो कंपनी बनी है वो भी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट है. इन इंग्लिश, any company LLP which is formed in India, any company incorporated outside India or LLP incorporated outside India, all of them are known as body corporate. So three things are included and three things are excluded. What is excluded from the definition is a sole corporation, like you have OPC, one person company concept. Similarly, in outside countries, you have a sole corporation concept. So simple meaning that is not part of body. Cooperative society, that is also not included. And third is any body corporate which is specified by central government, that is not included. So let's simplify the definition and write it down. What all is included in BC? Company formed outside India, LLP formed outside India, LLP under this act. BC means a company, body corporate means a company, and include these all things. And what all is excluded? Write in the chat box. Excluded sole corporation, cooperative society, and other body corporates that CG will specify. Notified by CG. Nice. Clear? Easy. Definition of body corporate is learned. Let's move ahead. Another easy definition of today's classes. So this is body corporates, again simplified definition. You can refer to this flowchart also. Company includes LLP, foreign company. So easy cut. So it should not be exactly foreign LLP. It should have a place of business in India. Okay. So corporation, sole, cooperative society, and notified by CG is not it. Now another easy definition that we're going to do is of financial year. First, I'm going to take your test of what was the financial year under Companies Act. अभी ये नहीं पढ़ेंगे, पहले मुझे Companies Act का बताओ financial year क्या था, जल्दी बताओ chat box में. Because you have done all these definitions with me in chapter 1 prelim, so I can ask. Very nice, Soumya. 1st April to 31st March, Ajay, that we all know. Why I'm asking you financial year's definition of company? You have to tell me what was the major problematic thing over there. So Kushi, you say 1st April to 31st March. So if I have opened up a company on 1st February 2023, So it will end on 31st March 2023. Tell me. Yes, Miss Pete, 31st March 2024. Very good. Any company started after 1st January will end up the next following year on 31st. Now everybody has revised company's financial year. So ma'am is going to confuse you with LLP's financial year. Because हमें दोनों लर्न करनी है. कंपनी का कंपनी में फाइनेंशियल ईयर में जनवरी वाली डेट है. What is the twist and roll in LLP's financial year? The first line is same. It starts from 1st April, ends on 31st March of the following. But here the date is 30th September. The way they had the date of 1st January in Companies Act, here it is any LLP incorporated on or after 30th September, it will be ending on the 31st March of the next following year. So if I have opened up an LLP on 15th October 23, what will be the year end? Nidhi, why are you saying 24? Memory, why are you saying 24? For LLP, the year end will be 31st March 2025. If I have opened up a company on 1st September 23, year end will be simple, 31st March 24. I have opened up a company on 15th October 25. Year end will be '26. Very good. I have opened up LLP on 1st November 25. Year end will be 31st March 27. Clear? Everyone is clear on this concept? Excellent. So if LLP is incorporated on 15th October 2019, so it will be maintaining its books of accounts. Now, what is it trying to tell you? LLP always maintain its first accounts from 31st October till 31st March of the next year, because for a period of less than 12 months, the period for which the first accounts will be prepared shall not exceed 18 months. So maximum you can have the accounts for 18 months. Income tax department has prescribed the uniform financial year. So you will have to follow the uniformity. That's why it is taking up the year ending of the next year. All right. Now, next definition is, what is the meaning of LLP agreement? LLP agreement का मतलब क्या होता है? Any written agreement which tells you the rights and duties of the partners and the rights and duties of LLP. In partnership agreement, you only had the rights and duties of the partners. There was nowhere that what are the rights and duties of firm. So why are they having the rights and duties of LLP? Can anyone think logically and tell me the answer for that? In Hindi, I am repeating my question that पार्टनरशिप में तो हम कभी नहीं कहते थे राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज ऑफ फर्म, हम तो राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज ऑफ पार्टनर्स कहते थे. यहाँ पे राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज ऑफ पार्टनर्स भी कह रहे हैं, एलएलपी के क्यों कह रहे हैं? Because of separate legal entity. Excellent. Because company is different, LLP is different. Yes, ask the SEBI. Then from 30th September also the next financial year will be taken. Good. Because company is different and members and partners are different. Therefore, you have to tell the rights and duties of LLP also. The written agreement will tell what are the rights of the partners of the LLP or the relationship between the LLP and partners. So if there are partners A, B, and C are partners of ABC LLP. So whenever we use the word LLP has to be used as suffix after the name of the company. So ABC LLP they have set up. So partnership agreement will tell what is the relationship between A and B, B and C, and between A and C, between all these partners. What are the rights and duties? And also what are the rights and duties and relationship of A, B, and C related to ABC LLP. Clear? Now, small LLP. कंपनीज एक्ट में क्या था? स्मॉल कंपनी. याद है प्रोविजंस? देखो फॉरेन कंपनीज में also we were doing quick revision of entire syllabus is happening. We went to prospectus also, touch base of debentures also, somewhere related to deposits information, registration accounts, and now we are LLP is helping us to revise the first two chapters. क्या था स्मॉल कंपनी? मुझे डेफिनेशन दो. एवरीबडी इज राइटिंग मैम स्मॉल कंपनी था. सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 85 था. बहुत अच्छा. शगुफ्ता रॉन्ग सेक्शन. So Divya, what were the limits of small company? Are you serious? 4 lakh, 40 lakh, Miss P wrong. Soumya correct, Almas correct, Asta correct. So 4 crores and 40 crores is the limit. 4 crore paid up share capital or 40 crore turnover. If any of the condition is satisfied, then you become a small company. Remember, clear, revise, done. Now what is about small LLP? Small LLP की definition different है. It is a limited liability partnership in which the contribution of partners means capital brought in by partners should be less than or equal to 25 lakhs. And here the word used is and the turnover is less than or equal to 40 lakhs. वहां पे 4 and 40 crores की लिमिट है. यहाँ पे 25 lakhs and 40 lakhs की लिमिट. And such other requirements as may be specified. Whatever the terms and conditions has been specified or prescribed, that you have to remember. So small LLP, paid up share capital less than or equal, not paid up share capital, it is the capital contributed by the partners. Less than or equal to 25 lakhs, turnover less than or equal to 40 lakhs and other terms and conditions, that's it. Then you become a small LLP. Then now what is this 5 crores and 50 crores? ये क्या दिया हुआ है? It says or such higher amount as may be prescribed. Have they prescribed the higher amount? No. So if they have not prescribed the higher amount, we only learn 25 lakhs figure. And here the higher amount cannot go beyond 50 crores. So this is just setting up the limit. कि अगर गवर्नमेंट बढ़ाना चाहे तो 5 करोड़ या 50 करोड़ तक बढ़ा सकती है. बट अभी लिमिट कहां तक है? 25 lakhs and 40. So हमने लर्न क्या करना है? 25 and 40. फटाफट से क्वेश्चंस के आंसर देंगे. Capital contributed by the partners is 15 lakhs. Turnover of the firm is 80 lakhs. Small LLP, yes or no? Whosoever has written no, give me the reasons. No is the correct answer because both the conditions have to be seen. Capital contributed by the partners, 25 lakhs. Turnover of the firm is 30 lakhs. Yes or no? Very good, since both the conditions are satisfied. Capital contributed by the partners, 90 lakhs. Turnover is 80 lakhs. Is it a small LLP? Yes or no? No. Both the conditions are not satisfied. Good. Easy है. समझ आ गया सबको? So we have done good amount of definitions. Address, body corporate, foreign LLPs, financial year, LLP agreement, small LLPs. Now, who is a partner? Let's do the definition of partner, which is given under section 5. Who is a partner? Here, the partner can be an individual or a body corporate. Body corporate company भी partner बन सकती है LLP में. क्या firm partner बन सकती थी? Partnership firm बन सकती थी partner? The answer was no. There in partnership, we only have individual partners. But in LLP, we can have individual partners also, and company can also be a partner in LLP. However, following people are not capable of becoming a partner. Number one, who is known as unsound mind by a competent court in force. Number one, a person who is of unsound mind means he's mad, his mind is not stable, then he cannot be a partner. Now, what is the meaning of this word declared by a competent court? If there are two partners, A, B, and C, and D wants to join them in this LLP, but C says, no, no, I don't like D, he's mad. I don't like him, he's not having proper brain. Then will he become of unsound mind? Law says no. If court has declared him, if he's in some mental asylum, court has said that he's not fine, his brain is not working, then he is unsound mind. Just because one of the persons say that you're mad, you will not become mad. Okay? This is the meaning of this line. Then if you are an undischarged insolvent, say for example, D was declared insolvent. When are you declared insolvent? If your liabilities are suppose 70 lakhs, but you only have 20 lakh assets. If your liabilities are more than the assets, then court declares you insolvent. Then who will declare you insolvent? Court declares you insolvent. And you are still undischarged insolvent. Means you still not have more liabilities. If tomorrow you have 1 crore of assets and your liabilities are 70 lakhs, then you will be a discharged solvent. Means आपकी insolvency खत्म हो. But जब तक आप undischarged हो, means till the time you continue to be insolvent, you cannot be a partner in LLP. And third is if he has applied to be adjudged as insolvent and his application is pending. So D has applied to the court that please declare me insolvent and his application is pending, then also he cannot become a partner. So ma'am, what do we have to learn? Partner in LLP. Number one, it can be an individual. And if I ask you, ABC Limited can join me as a partner in LLP, yes or no? Yes, ma'am, because body corporate can also be LLP. Who is not to be a partner? Jaldi likh do 3. Unsound mind, undischarged, insolvent, and insolvent whose application is pending. I hope you are making these brief notes also. I'm writing it for your benefit, children, not for mine, whose application is pending. Clear? We'll come back to this. Let me see if all the definitions are done. So address is done, body corporate is done, business. What is the meaning of business? Business means LLP will have all the business, that is trade, profession, service, any occupation, except anything which CG has excluded. So body corporate में अगर CG exclude करेगा तो exclude कर देना, business में अगर CG exclude करेगा तब भी exclude कर. Otherwise, any trade means sale and purchase, any profession can open up LLP. Chartered accountant, who is a chartered accountant? You all budding future chartered accountants, you are defined under section 2 of Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Whosoever is having a certificate of practice can be applying for opening up an LLP. Okay. You can open a partnership firm or LLP only if you're having a COP, that is certificate of practice. Designated partner, where it is defined, section 7. So we will do after the break section 7. There we will understand. Entity means any body corporate, a firm set up under the Indian Partnership Act. So we will study all these sections. There we will understand what is the entity. As of now, entity means कोई भी company या firm को entity कहा जाता है. Financial year, we have done the definition. Foreign LLP is done. LLP partnership is something which we are doing. It is formed registered under the SAC. LLP agreement also we have understood. First schedule will be applicable for all the matters in which. So if you have not made an LLP agreement, then what will become applicable to you? First schedule. Very good. Yes, Priyanshi, that we will be covering separately under fraud part. इन रिलेशन टू पार्टनर ऑफ एलएलपी, नेम मींस इंडिविजुअल है तो उसका फोरनेम, मिडिल नेम, सरनेम। बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट है तो उसका जो भी रजिस्टर्ड नाम। एबीसी है तो एबीसी उनका नाम। एबीसी लिमिटेड है तो उसका रजिस्टर्ड नेम विल बी द नेम ऑफ द पार्टनर। Who is a partner? Person who becomes partner as per the LLP agreement. So section 5 tells you about detailed definition about who is a partner. So all these are small definitions. Small LLP we have already done. So you can see the limit 25 lakhs and here it is 40 lakhs. What is the meaning of statement of accounts and solvency? We will do this part when we go to accounts of LLP. I will explain you the meaning of this line. So what we have to learn, स्टडी मटेरियल में इजी करके बता दिया, सिर्फ ये टेबल पढ़ लेना और कुछ नहीं। ट्राइब्यूनल कौन सा होता है? कंपनीज एक्ट में ट्राइब्यूनल कौन सा था? नेशनल कंपनी लॉ ट्राइब्यूनल। यहां पर भी एलएलपी के लिए आपने किसके पास जाना है? नेशनल कंपनी लॉ ट्राइब्यूनल। द वर्ड्स एंड एक्सप्रेशंस यूज्ड एंड नॉट डिफाइंड बट डिफाइंड शैल हैव द सेम मीनिंग एज असाइंड। So Companies Act is applicable, but Partnership Act is not applicable. So it says to LLP, to some extent, Companies Act is applicable. Na? That's why we said separate legal entity and all those things. But yes, Asta, only those who have COP can. But Partnership Act is not at all applicable. So we have done 2-3 major topics: the need, advantages, and all the definitions. We'll be doing the characteristics and other sections after the break. Let's take a small break here. So we are taking a break. Friends, welcome back. I hope you have gone through all the definitions. Any doubts? Ma'am, body corporate having CA who are not having COP with them, body corporate also cannot. So there will not be any such body corporate child. So body corporate means the companies that have been incorporated. So for the companies, you're not having partners. Okay, Asta? So that is for the individual partners condition that we have laid down. Now, children, let's proceed ahead. Let's do the characteristics of LLP. So major characteristics, the points that we have just discussed, they are given in simplification over here. One by one, we will be doing these points. I hope LLP is a body corporate. Everybody is clear about that now. No doubts in that. Khushi Mehra is asking, ma'am, schedule first. Hindi में बताओ. बेटा खुशी मेरा हिंदी में शेड्यूल्स का मतलब होता है एक तो 4 तरह के इन्होंने शेड्यूल्स दिए. शेड्यूल में प्रोसेस ले डाउन होता है भी आपने क्या करना है. अगर एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट में नहीं लिखा गया, अगर आपने मैंने और सौम्या ने 3 बंदे खुशी मेहरा हरलीन मैम एंड सौम्या ने मिलकर एलएलपी खोली और हमने अपने राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट में नहीं लिखे, तो फिर हमें फर्स्ट शेड्यूल में जो राइट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज दी गई है वही फॉलो करना. ठीक है. इसी तरह से अगर हमने कन्वर्ट करना है फर्म को एलएलपी में तो सेकंड शेड्यूल में जो प्रोसीजर दिया हुआ है वो फॉलो करना. परपेचुअल सक्सेशन के केस में आपने कैसे मैनेज करना है. If the death has happened or retirement of insolvency, it has no impact on the existence of LLP. Separate legal entity, creditors of LLP will be the creditors of LLP alone. So if there is 3 partners, A, B, C are the partners of LLP and the name of the LLP is ABL. They have taken goods from the dealer, Mr. D, worth rupees 1 lakh. Now, can D go and recover these 1 lakh from either Mr. A or Mr. B or Mr. C, or from whom he will recover? No, he will recover these money from AB LLP only because it is the creditor of LLP. Is that clear? LLP is liable to the full extent of its assets, but the partner's liability is limited to their agreed contribution. After that, we need to understand the concept of mutual agency. No partner is liable on account of their independent or authorized. Means partners are not liable to other partners' actions. So if A has purchased the goods and B wants to recover the money from B, that is not possible. So we are not liable for each other's act. Joint liability is created by another's partner wrongful business decisions. It says individual partners are shielded from the joint liability. In partnership, we have section 25, 26, 27, all telling about the liability of partners in the Indian Partnership Act. Remember, where we were liable for each other's actions. But here, under LLP, you are shielded, means you are protected from the other partners' wrongful acts. Means if they have taken some wrong decisions, you as another partner will not be held liable. All the partners are the agents of LLP, but they are not agent of each other. So you can write down over here, partners are not agent of each other. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Then LLP agreement point, we have already discussed that point. Artificial legal person. So LLP is an artificial legal person because it is created by the legal process and also it get all the rights of an individual. It can do anything like a natural person can. But obviously LLP does not have like it does कोई individual नहीं existence में आ रहा है. LLP की कोई body नहीं है. It does not have arms, legs, or it can walk or talk. It is only existing on papers. ठीक है ना? It is invisible, intangible. and it is created by law and it can only be dissolved by law. Okay. It cannot marry or get divorced because it's not an individual, nor it can practice like a CEO or medicine. But it is indivisible, not a fictitious, because it really exists. Exists kar bhi rahi hai, but it is not an individual. But then what is it? It is existing on the books and paper. Now, common seal is a very important point. LLP, being an artificial person, is acting through its. So, sir, how the LLP is acting? Will LLP building will go and walk and do the meetings? Who is going to? Like in case of a company, directors are acting on behalf of company. Similarly, LLP ke behalf pe partners and designated partners act. So LLP may have a common seal if it wants to. It is again not mandated. So जैसे company के लिए optional है, LLP के लिए भी optional है to have a common seal. It will remain under the custody of some responsible person and it shall be fixed in the presence of two designated partners of the LLP. ठीक है, so it has to be kept under the custody of some responsible person, and whenever it be fixed, it has to be fixed in front of two designated partners. We will be doing the definition of designated partners in a while. Liability of the partners is limited. Professionals like engineer, consultant, legal advisors are afraid of entering into business because of unlimited liability. जब मैंने चैप्टर शुरू करा था तो मैंने आपको बताया था कि लोग unlimited liability की वजह से they were not doing business, but now LLP has given avenues for entire professionals and now they are only liable to their agreed amount. This has encouraged professionals to form LLP. Okay, because they're limited to the agreed contribution. Whatever the amount they have contributed, they are only liable to that extent. Yes, Anubhav, only for the if you're having a common seal. Okay, and I will explain you designated partners, then the picture will get more. Management of business. LLPs are partners to manage the business of LLP, but only designated partners will manage the legal compliance. Now, what you have to remember, who will manage the business of LLP? All the partners. But for legal compliance, who is liable? Designated partners. जैसे कंपनी में डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं, यहाँ पे designated partners. Minimum number of partners, answer me, 2, and maximum, no limit on the maximum. You can have as many number of partners. 2 individuals, 1 should be resident. We will be covering under section 7 DP. There I will explain you this. Business shall only be for the profits. First of all, LLP only doing a lawful business. क्या मैं ड्रग्स की सेल परचेज के लिए LLP खोल सकती हूँ? नो मैम, इट इज इलीगल, अनलॉफुल, उसके लिए नहीं हो सकता. क्या मैं सेक्शन 8 कंपनीज की तरह सेक्शन 8 LLP खोल सकती हूँ? नो मैम, इट कैन नॉट बी फॉर चैरिटी. It is always for the business or profits. Investigation. Central government has the power to investigate the LLP affairs by appointing a competent authority. So if I ask you in the MCQs, can the investigation of LLP be done? By whom it can be done? By CG. Compromise and arrangements. Again, we will be studying this topic in further in the chapter. There we will discuss conversion of LLP into firm. Sorry, conversion of firm into LLP. So all these can be converted according to the respective schedule. Firm की conversion कौन से schedule में दी गई है? How can a firm converted into LLP? Very good. Schedule 2. Schedule 4 में किसकी conversion दी गई है? What does schedule 4 tells you? How the unlisted public company will be converted into LLP. Is that clear? So all the e-filing of the documents has to be done, and also on the website mca.gov.in by a partner or DP by using the electronic or digital signature. What is foreign LLP? Formed outside India, having a place of business within India. Please note down very important line. Can a foreign LLP be partner in Indian LLP? Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. Foreign LLP can also become a partner in Indian LLP. So all these points we have read. Section 5 clear है सबको? Following persons, individuals, LLPs can be partners. Companies including foreign companies can be partner. Foreign LLP can be partners. LLP incorporated outside India can also become a partner. Foreign companies can become partners. Only the cooperative societies and corporations sole cannot become a partner in LLP. In case of capital or existing stake in LLP by person resident outside India, the foreign direct investment compliance has to be taken care of. So it says resident includes Indian as well as non-resident Indians overseas as well as foreign nationals. What is the meaning of this line? It says if you are having a partner, then he is not only just Indian residents, but also the NRIs, non-resident Indians, overseas citizens of India, and foreign nationals are also included. Only you have to comply with the foreign direct investment compliance. So if I ask you, Mr. A is in USA, is a resident of USA, and B and C are Indian citizens. Can A also join as a partner in LLP? Yes, ma'am. If he is not of unsound mind and he is not insolvent, then yes, he can also join because non-residents can also join the LLP. Clear, सबको? So minimum number of persons 2, and any time the number of partners of LLP is reduced below 2. ये क्या कह रहा है? मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन में चलते हैं, थोड़ा ज्यादा इजी है वहां पे. सेक्शन 3 ऑफ कंपनीज एक्ट याद है किसी को? ऐसे कैसे मैम सेक्शंस याद होंगे? हाँ, so difficult to remember everything like this. निधि, dissolve means LLP dissolve हो सकती है, right? Okay, dissolve means wind up, खत्म हो जाना, बंद हो सकता. Every LLP will have at least 2 partners. Now, if any time the number of partners is reduced below 2, means A and B 2 partners थे, B ने LLP छोड़ दी, तो कितना partner रह गया? 1. And this Mr. A carries on the business for more than 6 months while this number is reduced, then the person who is only partner, Mr. A, if he does the business more than 6 months, then after 6 months, he will become personally liable. Means now his liability will become unlimited liability. So if you are having 2 members in the LLP, it has to be 2 members all the time. So if B has left and A has the knowledge of the fact that he's carrying on the business. Suppose A went to USA and B is thinking that A will be coming back, but B does not know that he has left. Then that is a separate case. Here, A is having the knowledge that B has left the firm and he himself is doing the business more than 6 months. So time period of 6 months has been given to you that please go and find another partner C or D so that he can join you. But if you have not found another person and you are continuously doing business more than 6 months, then what is he trying to treat you? He's trying to treat you as a sole proprietor now. Then your liability will become unlimited liability. Now you're not an LLP. So all the obligations of the LLP incurred by him will be personally held liable. Is that clear? So examiner can ask you what will happen if the minimum number of persons go below 2. So you will write down section 6 clearly tells you that every LLP shall have partners. Point number 2, if any number of partners reduced below the minimum limit and the only partner carries the business more than 6 months, then he shall be held personally liable for all the obligations of the LLP. Single person LLP होती नहीं है बेटा अनुभव. That's why we are having minimum 2 persons. Right? Now comes your favorite topic of this chapter because you have been hearing this word since 6:15 a.m. p.m. since 6 o'clock p.m. when we have started the class, that there is a DP, there is designated partner. Who is this designated partner in LLP? Section 7 is going to tell us who is a DP. Every LLP shall have 2 designated partners who are individual and one of them shall be a resident in India. So पहली कंडीशन क्या है? कोई भी 2 बंदों को हम डीपी बना देंगे, बट जो एक इनमें से बंदा है वो इंडिया में रेजिडेंट होना चाहिए. And who is this resident? The term resident means the person who has stayed in India for more than and equal to 120 days during the financial. First, we will understand point number 1 and 3. So there are 3 partners in LLP, A, B, and C, and they are individuals. C has stayed in India for 60 days. B has stayed in India for 280 days. And A has stayed in India for whole year. Can we make A and C as the designated partner? Yes or no? So it says yes, 2 has to be designated partner. One of them should be a resident in India staying in more than 120 days. अगर C नहीं भी रहा तो A तो रहा है ना? Is that clear? So then both the partners can be designated. There is another partner D who stayed in India for 100 days. Can we make C and D designated partners? If you say yes, then why? If you say no, then no. Why? Because both of them are not staying in India for more than 180 to 180 days. So who can be a partner in this case? Either A and B can be designated partners. A or C can be designated partners. A or D can be designated partners. B or C can be designated partners. B or D can be designated partners. But C and D cannot be designated partners. Everyone is clear on first and third point? If LLP is having all the partners at body corporates, now I told you partners can be, LLP can be a partner, company can be a partner, foreign company can be a partner, Indian company can be a partner, foreign LLP can also be a partner in the Indian LLP. Suppose ये 4 ही partners हैं जो LLP चला रहे हैं, तो बेटा LLP के तो कोई होता ही नहीं है, body hand या individual तो है ही नहीं वो, तो फिर इनमें से आप designated partner, who will become designated partner? Say, for example, there is a firm in which LLP, company, foreign LLP, and Mr. A and Mr. B are partners. Then so you don't have to think anything. A and B will become designated partners, whosoever individuals are. Is that clear? First case is A and B will become the designated partners. But suppose A and B are not there. It is only body corporates. Then whosoever has been nominated as a nominee of these LLPs, of these body corporates, will act as the designated partner. Suppose LLP has nominated Mr. C, foreign company has a nominee Mr. D, then C and D can be a designated partner. So it's very important to understand who will be acting as a designated partner. Let me see if we have questions in the study material. So LLP has 3 partners. One is individual, Mr. X, and others are XYZ Limited and ABC Limited. तो कौन-कौन partners हैं? X एक individual है, XYZ Limited एक company है. क्या ये LLP में partner बन सकती है? Public company. ABC Limited एक company है. क्या ये ABC Limited and XYZ LLP में partners बन सकते हैं? Yes, ma'am, because body corporates. In this case, X can be a designated partner and either one nominee of any of these body corporates will become the designated partner. If LLP is by the name of SMY LLP, it has 3 partners, SI Limited, MIS, Buyer. Here there is no individual, so all the nominees of the 2 body corporate will act as T. Is that clear? Let's take an example. There is an LLP, XY LLP. It has a partner, ST Private Limited, Mr. B, and Y Private Limited. Who will be acting as D? Mr. B stayed in India for 115 days. No, Anubhav. See, I changed the condition. He is not even staying in India for more than 120 days. No one. Ajay says no one will become DP. Oh my God. Why? Miss P, nominee of 2PC. Very good. Nominee of both the companies. 1 and 3 is nominee. Nominee of Priya Mishra, Anubhav Malik, Miss Pooja. Everybody is correct. So nominee of ST Private Limited and a nominee of Y Private Limited will be considered as the designated partner, because only an individual can become designated partner, not the body partners. And for being a resident in India, how many days? 120 days. एक और example कर लेते हैं. There is ABC LLP. There are 5 partners in this. A, who stayed in India for 280 days. B, who stayed in India for 100 days. ABC company, PQR LLP, and Mr. D, who stayed in India for 60 days. LLP has made Mr. B and D as designated partner. They want you to advise them. Is it correct? Can Mr. B and D be the designated partners? Yes or no? Everybody has answered no, which is the correct answer. Big no. Okay. So who can be the designated partners, children? Very good. Shelja, Pavan, everybody, Elmas, Priya, Nidhi, Anubhav. Miss P, no ma'am, good. Tanu. Priyanshi, which point you have missed, beta? That is the point that we are discussing. So Priyanshi, you tell me who can be the nominee over here. Rajveer, very good. So one, we can take A as the designated partner, and either of the nominee of ABC or PQR can become the, yes, very good, Harsh. Then, and Shailaja, they can become the designated partner. Clear? Are you finding LLP easy till now? Yes or no? Reply me. If you're finding it easy, reply easy. If you're finding it tough, then you can reply tough. Limit of days for individuals and yes, Priyanshi, it is only for the individuals to be seen as a resident or non-resident. Very nice. Easy. So enjoying the class? Nidhi says some things are tough. So some things are tough. That is why I'm here to make it easy for you, Nidhi. Sahil Kumar. Okay, good. That's nice. Okay, good, Divya. Thank you. At least one should be resident. So even if the Indians are not residents, they can be DP. Christian Shuri, what are you asking? They can be DP? No. So if you have a person who has, तो ऐसा होगा नहीं ना, designated partner के लिए you have to have one person who is a resident in. So Christian Shuri, if both the partners are not staying in India, then what are you doing over here? You have opened up an LLP. One of the partner has, then you will have to follow the non-compliance provisions. Very good, Harshita. I'm glad you're remembering the sections also. Christian Shuri, yes, individuals, definitely. So now we are going to start with the incorporation document, everything, but again, it will become a little complicated over here. Let's go in my presentation. Nidhi, question 2 में they are asking who will be the designated partner. तो अगर कंपनी होती है तो आप कंपनी के नॉमिनी लेते हो, और अगर इंडिविजुअल है तो इंडिविजुअली लेना है. जो भी आप लोगे ये देख लेना है कि वन ऑफ देम शुड बी रेजिडेंट इन इंडिया. If all the partners are companies, then their nominee has to be taken. If it is an individual, then you can take individuals and the nominees. Okay? And for resident, you have to say that he should be residing in India for more than equal to 120 days. Now we are going to understand how the company has been incorporated. Similarly, we will understand how the LLP is incorporated. Again, the provisions of Companies Act. Kumbat Ajay, you don't have to go into the definition of income tax for being a resident in India. In Companies Act, we have been following different definition. LLP is following different definition. So every respective act is giving a different definition of the word terminology being a resident. Here we are not talking about the resident of 182 days. That is under income tax. Okay, Ajay? Can nominee? Yes, yes, Miss Pooja. Nominee should also be a resident. One of them has to be a resident. Okay, let me ask you one more question. If there is ABC LLP, Mr. A stays in India for 150 days, Mr. B stays in India for 75 days, and Mr. C stays in India for 145 days. Can I make B and C as DP, designated partners? Yes or no? Very good. At least one. Can I make A and B designated partners? Yes or no? Very good. So one of them has to be there. So other can be a non-resident. तभी तो उसने बताया पार्टनर में कि आप ओवरसीज सिटीजन नॉन रेजिडेंट भी हो सकते. So number one, you will be using incorporation document. First of all, you have to have the incorporation document. What is this incorporation document? Like in Companies Act, we were filing an application. Here, the document which is being used for filing an application is known as incorporation document. So it is as per the form prescribed. Name you will have to write. Just a second, students. Yes. So the incorporation document has to be as per the form subscribed. The name you will write, name of LLP, what business you're going to set up, where you're going to put up your office, the registered office address, name and address of all the designated partners, and other information has to be given. Once your incorporation document has been filed with the ROC, you will go into reservation of name. The name that you have set up, suppose ABC LLP, that name will be reserved for you. Sahil Kumar has written a doubt. Okay, Sahil, I'll just read it. Let me complete this topic. Then the statement has to be given. LLP agreement will be made. And once all these documents have been submitted, you will get the LLP incorporation certificate. Like there, you used to get the company's incorporation certificate. Here, the conclusive evidence that the LLP has been formed is the LLP incorporation certificate. So let's understand in detail what is the incorporation document. For any LLP to be incorporated, number one, you need to have two or more than two persons who are carrying a lawful business. They will subscribe their names. There you used to have MOA, Memorandum of Association. You were having two or more than two subscribers. Remember, for private company. So here you have ID, that is incorporation document. वहाँ पे MOA था, यहाँ पे incorporation document है जिसमें आप sign करोगे अपने नाम से. The incorporation document will be filed along with the fees with the registrar of the state in which the RO office is situated. So you're going to the registrar of that state. So if your office is in Bombay, then you will go to the Maharashtra ROC. You will file your documents with that place where your office is situated. And the statement which is to be filed will be in the prescribed form. It will be made either by an advocate, CEO or CS or cost accountant who are dealing in the formation of anything. So there should be a chartered accountant who is dealing in such kind of work. Those people can only make your statement. By anyone who has subscribed his name. So if you are Mr. A who are subscribing his name, you can also make this incorporation document. All the requirements and rules should be complied with in respect to incorporation and matters related. So it's very important that you're following all the provisions and regulations of the law while submitting this incorporation document with the ROC. You will state the name of the LLP. I just explained you the business that you want to do. State the address of the RO office. If you're putting up your RO office in Bombay, say for example in Bandra, then you will give the Bandra address. Name and address of all the partners. ABC are the partners. What is their full name? What is their residential address? Everything has to be given. अजय is asking, मैम अगर मुझे LLP 1 February को स्टार्ट करना है तो इस सिचुएशन में 120 days कंप्लीट नहीं होंगे. What are you talking about? 120 days is you staying in India. It's not about your LLP staying in India. If you're starting LLP on 1st February 23, anyways, you are going to end up in 31st March 2025. Okay, so don't confuse between two concepts, Ajay. Sahil Kumar is asking, in financial year 24-25, only one partner is resident, others are foreigners. But in the next year, that one resident partner also becomes non-resident. So you have to make sure, Sahil Kumar, that one of the partner stays a resident in India. It has to be a designated partner. If by any chance, Sahil Kumar, you're not having the designated partner condition being met, then we will be learning in the next class about the penalties and non-compliance, what happens in that case. Okay? So you will state the name and address of the person who will be acting as a designated partner. अगर आपने पहले ही लिख दिया है LLP agreement में या incorporation document में that these are the people who are going to act as the designated partner, then those people will only be acting as the designated partner and any other information. So this is the information which is to be given in the incorporation document, the application that you're filing with the RC. Now, if you try to make any false statement, like you people are telling us that A and B both are foreign nationals, you don't have a TP, but you are lying to them that yes, we are Indian resident, or you know something which you believe not to be true, means against you're using false statements, you're lying, you're झूठ बोल रहे हो. So आपको वहां पर तो section 447 लगता था, यहाँ पे 447 is not there. Here he puts you in the jail for 2 years and he gives you a fine which is not less than 10,000 and can even extend up till 5 lakh. Now, this is a very, very important and harsh penalty. While submitting the incorporation document, if you try to cheat the ROC, then of 2 years imprisonment will be there and there will be fine which extends from 10,000 rupees till 5 lakh. That incorporation was happening with the help of incorporation document. What if we are doing the incorporation by the registration? Now you have submitted the incorporation. Now how the LLP gets registered? When all the requirements of section 11 has been complied, a registrar will keep this incorporation document and within a period of 14 days, it will register this document and give you a certificate that the LLP is incorporated with the name that it has filed. This certificate will be signed out by the registrar and authenticated with the official seal, and this is known as the conclusive evidence that the LLP is registered with the name specified. So what is the first step? First step is you will go with the incorporation document that will be signed by 2 people, and suppose you have given the name, we want to register ABCL. So registrar will go through all these documents. He will do the verification whether the CA advocate has signed, declarations are given, every document has been submitted. If he is satisfied, then he will register this document and he will give you a certificate. Within how much time? Within 14 days, the certificate will be given. And once this certificate has been given under the seal, it will become the conclusive evidence that the LLP is registered with the name of ABCL. Clear, hai, children? So now what is the registered office of LLP? What happens in case of the RO office? That means, remember chapter number 2, incorporation of companies, you used to have name clause, you used to have registered office clause, object clause में हमने memorandum of association समझा था. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी registered office address होता है LLP का, and आप उसे change भी कर सकते. So point number 1 says every LLP will have its registered office to which all the communication address will be. So you have set up the office in Bandra. So you will give the Bandra address. All the communications will be addressed to this registered office. LLP can also change the place of registered office. Then you simply have to give the notice to the registrar that we are changing our office from Bandra to Juhu. We are going. So you have to intimate the hours. Point number 3, any document which is to be served on LLP or a partner shall be sent by post under the certificate of posting or registered post or any other manner at the RO office. Specifically, RO office address has been given. You have to send the every document and notice has to be sent to the registered office address and any other address which has been declared by LLP. And if you contravene these provisions, you don't give them your address, you don't give them the notice of change of address, then every partner will be liable of penalty 500 each, and it can continue maximum of 50,000 for every LLP also and every partner. And once you are registered, what happens with you? You start functioning as a body corporate, and you can now sue or be sued in your own name. You have a common seal, and also LLP can hold property. LLP can hold the property in its own. You want to see these documents once in your study also. So what is the liability of designated partner? Before that, let me show you section 11 and 12 that we have just done. So this is how LLP is incorporated. Section 11 tells you 2 or more persons. This is how you have to file it. The statement has to be prescribed like this. So you can learn it from that only. It's an easier form. All these details have to be given. If you make any false statement, then the imprisonment is for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. Tell me. No forms we are having here on work. 2 years. Very good. And what is the penalty? Fine 10,000 to 5,000. So once you register, your documents will be registered and certificate will be issued to you. Then you become a conclusive evidence. RO office address, we have done all these points. And this is your effect of registration, section 14. Before this, we have left 2 sections, that is section 8 and 9. Let's do that and then I'll give you a small break to absorb the information. Section 6 and 7. So I told you the chapter is very, very easy, but it's little lengthy. Okay. So what is the liability of designated partner? So आपने designated partner तो बना लिया. One of them is a resident in India, another is can be a non-resident. It's not compulsory. So he is responsible for doing all the acts and matters related to LLP, including filing of documents, return statement, everything. So what is the liability of DP? That he will do all the work, management, everything. He is liable for all the penalties imposed for LLP. That's why we are not taking NR. All the NRs you have taken, who will fulfill the work? Who will do the penalties? So one of them have to be a resident in India because you're taking care, because you're liable for all the penalties imposed. If you contravene any of the provisions, then DP is held liable. This bichara person whom you have made a designated partner, he will do all the acts and matters related to LLP, and he's also liable for all the penalties. Now you are so fed up that so much work has to be done. You want to get yourself changed. So can we change the DP? Section 9 says, LLP may appoint a DP within 30 days of any vacancy arising as per section 7 and 8 contraventions. If at any time there is only one, okay. So it says any DP can be changed. So number 1 point is LLP can appoint a designated partner within 30 days of vacancy arising under the provisions of subsection 4 and 5 of section 7. Section 7 हम अभी आगे नीचे पढ़ेंगे. So कहते हैं कभी भी Mr. A and B अगर partners हैं, ये दोनों DP हैं. अब B अगर नहीं रहा, इसने कहा मुझे DP नहीं रहना because of any of his false misconduct, he is not there, then within 30 days time period will be given to appoint somebody else as DP. If no DP is appointed or any time there is only one DP, then each partner will be a designated partner. So अगर DP firm में नहीं है और नहीं appoint हुआ, तो all the partners will be treated as DP. Each partner means all the partners. तो मैम इसमें हमने क्या लर्न करना है सेक्शन 9 में? सेक्शन 9 में पॉइंट नंबर 1, अगर कोई वैकेंसी अराइज हो रही है तो 30 डेज में वो फिल हो जानी चाहिए. किसी भी टाइम पे अगर एक ही पार्टनर रह रहा है तो ऑल द पार्टनर्स विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज डी. In English, if at any time only one person is there, then all the partners will be treated as D. Now, what happens if you're not following section 7 and 9? You all were telling me what is happening. Then what is the penalty that will be chargeable on you? If LLP contravenes a subsection of 1 of section 7, means number of designated partners are less than 2, or nobody of the designated partner is a resident in India. Children, your queries, Anubhav, Krishna, everybody, those who were asking, कि अगर designated नहीं है resident, then be liable to pull a fine of 10,000 rupees and up till rupees 1 lakh for LLP and 50,000 for each part. What does subsection 1 of section 7 tells you? Subsection 1 of section 7 tells you that every LLP will have 2 DPs and one of them shall be a resident in India. Now, section 10 is telling you if you contravene this provision, your DP is less than 2 or he is not a resident in India, then this will be the penalty. LLP contravenes the provision of subsection 4 of section 7. What is subsection 4? Every LLP shall file the particulars of the individual has given their consent within 30 days of his appointment. So every LLP will have to give their written consent. Very important point. Every designated partner needs to give their written consent. So if you have not given the written consent, again the fine is 50,000 and 25,000. If you contravene section 5 of subsection 5 of section 7, what is section 5? An individual eligible to be designated shall satisfy the conditions and requirements. So what all conditions you have to satisfy? Individual will not become DP if he has not given his prior consent. His consent has to be filed with the registrar. Every DP will contain a DPIN number, like you have DIN number for director identification. Here you have DPIN number. So incorporation document will specify that you are a designated partner or will tell from time to time who is going to act as a designated partner. Any partner may become designated partner as written in the LLP agreement. So incorporation document में भी आपने बताना है कि who is going to act as a DP. LLP agreement can also mention. Okay. You will not become a DP if you have not given a prior consent. If you do any kind of contravention, then all these fines will be charged. So children, we have done section 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I give you small 2 minutes break. Just absorb these sections, read it, and then ask me your doubts. Okay? Let's take a small, so we are taking a small break over here for 2 minutes. Hanji students, have you read all the points? Any doubts still here because we will be proceeding ahead to new topics? Anyone has any doubts still here? Ma'am, GP is liable to penalties. Can you explain if he's personally liable or he just making? Okay, Miss P, I will explain you those points. Anybody else having any doubts? All right. So let's go to the point of penalties. So children, here he simply tries to tell you that if you're not following, so this is the major thing that you have to remember. Here he's just talking about if your consent is not taken and written within 30 days, you have not filed, or if you're contravening any of the provisions, then these are the penalties. Asking a question that, ma'am, do we have to learn all the penalties? So let me tell you practically, even if you try to learn all the penalties of Companies Act also and LLP also, it is little tough to retain the information because so much of information. So if possible, you can do it, but otherwise just a fair reading is sufficient. Here he is trying to tell you that number of designated partners are less, then LLP and every partner is liable. Means LLP को भी liability लगेगी, penalty लगेगी and हर partner को भी लगेगी. LLP को कितनी लगेगी? 10,000 and every 100 per day, 1 lakh maximum for the LLP. And every partner की liability कितनी? 50,000 for every. Is that clear, Ms. P? Section 8.b. Okay, here he is liable to all the penalties imposed on LLP for any contribution. So liability of designated partner is that one, he is responsible for all the acts of the business and all the liabilities which are imposed on LLP, designated partner will have to pay. Here you are talking about if you are not fulfilling the provisions, then all the partners are. Here you are talking about liability of designated partner is कि सारी penalties जो भी LLP पे लगती है वो designated partner को pay करनी पड़ेगी. He will be liable. Ask the Sethi only if he continues the business for more than 6. Yes, Miss P, he will become definitely. Ask the Sethi is asking for section 6 for 6 months period. So after 6 months, you will become unlimited liability if you continue the business for more than 6 months. Okay. Clear, Asta? Okay, good, Miss P, you have understood. Great. All right. So shall we move ahead now? So section 15 talks about reservation of name. So every LLP will have the words limited liability partnership or the acronym LLP as the last two words of its name. So if you have set up an LLP, EKLLP, so EK limited liability partnership use karo, chahe EK LLP yam use karo, but these two words, either of these two words have to be there behind your name. Nidhi, you are also asking something. What are you asking, bacha? Effect of registration, ma'am, एक और explain कर दीजिए. ओके निधि, अफेक्ट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन का मतलब होता है कि जब आपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स दिए रजिस्ट्रार को, उसने आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स वेरीफाई करे और उनको रजिस्टर कर दिया, मींस एंट्री डाल दी अपनी बुक्स में कि ये एबीसी एलएलपी अब क्रिएट होना चाहती है. और जैसे कंपनीज एक्ट में हम आपको सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन देते हैं, उसी तरह से उसने इनकॉर्पोरेशन सर्टिफिकेट दे दिया फॉर एलएलपी एंड उस दिन से मान लिया जाएगा कि अब एलएलपी इनकॉर्पोरेट हो गई. एंड जब आप रजिस्टर हो जाते हो, फिर आप एबीसी एलएलपी अपने नाम पे केस फाइल कर सकती है, उसके खिलाफ केस फाइल हो सकते हैं. आप प्रॉपर्टी होल्ड कर सकते हो, मतलब आपने दिल्ली में ऑफिस बिल्डिंग खरीदी तो वो एबीसी एलएलपी के नाम पे हो सकती है. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ registering. What happens after registering the LLP? Nidhi, have you understood? Okay. So every LLP will have these names. No LLP will be registered which central government feels is undesirable. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को लगा कि ये जो ईके लिमिटेड ईके एलएलपी है it's not doing a good business, it is using any undesirable name, so it will not be registered. If the name is too identical or resembles with any of the other LLP or a registered trade, so we have a registered trademark with the name of Maggie. Now you are trying to create Maggie, double E, Maggie LLP. So you are trying to use somebody else's trademark, or there is already PQR LLP, you are also having the same name PQR LLP. तो अगर आप सेम नाम से ला रहे हो, कोई भी ऐसी LLP क्रिएट कर रहे हो जो कि कॉपी पेस्ट है किसी और ट्रेडमार्क, तो फिर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट आपको मना कर, तो नाम अनडिजायरेबल नहीं होना चाहिए, नाम आइडेंटिकल नहीं होना चाहिए, एंड नाम के पीछे आपने LLP या लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप वर्ड यूज करना. इज दैट क्लियर? Now, section 16, reservation of name. How will you reserve your name? A person will apply in such form and manner along with the fees. He will go to the registrar and tell him that please reserve the name of my proposed LLP. Incorporation document file करा था हमने, उसके साथ हमने proposed LLP का नाम दे दिया ABC. Or you want to say please change my name to PQR LLP. So whatever you want, either you want a new name or you want to change the name, both cases you will have to make an application to whom? To the CG or registrar, tell me. Very good. You will make an application to the registrar. When registrar will receive it, he will see that the rules of central government and name reserved is not which may be rejected on the grounds of subsection 2 of section 15 and reserve this name for a period of 3 months from the date of intimation. अब registrar क्या check करेगा children? He will see that the name is not undesirable and the name is not identical. If it is not identical and not undesirable, then for how long this name will be reserved? 3 months from the date of intimation by the registrar. Say, for example, you made an application on 1st November 23 that we want this name ABC. So registrar checked all these documents, and once it is clear on receiving the application and he's satisfied that this name is clear, it is not undesirable, then November, December, January till 31st January, he will reserve this name for you that now you can set up your business with the name of ABCL. Yes, yes, Anubhav, absolutely. 3 months full, not just the days. Is that clear? Now you want to change the name of LL. So section 15, 16, 17 सारे name के साथ लिख कर. अगर आपका नाम टू आइडेंटिकल है या रिजेंबल करता है किसी और LLP के साथ, तो आपने ABC LLP करा, ABC LLP ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड है, पहला केस. या फिर आपने मैगी LLP करा, तो मैगी ऑलरेडी ट्रेडमार्क है, मिस्टेकन गलती से आपने ले लिया सेम. फिर आप एप्लीकेशन दोगे of such LLP or proprietor referred in clause A and B, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. तो एप्लीकेशन कौन देगा? या तो LLP एप्लीकेशन लेकर आएगा CG के पास, या फिर प्रोप्राइटर जिसका आपने ट्रेडमार्क चुराया है, आपने मैगी वालों का LLP चुरा लिया या फिर किसी और प्रोप्राइटर का आपने नाम चुरा लिया, सो वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को एप्लीकेशन देगा that please look, this is what they have done. तो CG will direct this LLP to change their new name. अपना नाम प्लीज चेंज कर लीजिए, एंड ये न्यू नेम विद इन अ पीरियड ऑफ 3 months फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ सच डायरेक्शन. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? You have taken a name ABC LLP. Registrar told you that this is an identical name. You will make an application to CG that these are name, we want to change this name. CG will ask you, will direct the LLP to change the name within a period of 3 months का time दिया जाएगा change करने. Second case, you are Reliance LLP. Now you have stolen someone else's trade name, trademark. So the proprietor, the trademark owner, will make an application to CG, and CG will again give you 3 months time period to please change your name of LLP. Change its name or new name within a period of 3 months. या तो आपने रजिस्टर्ड ट्रेडमार्क का चुराया या आइडेंटिकल लिए, फिर तो आप नेम चेंज कर लो, या फिर आपको लगता है कि आपने रिजेंबलिंग वाला लिया तो न्यू नेम सजेस्ट। कितने टाइम पीरियड में? 3 मंथ्स फ्रॉम द डे। तो यहाँ पे भी 3 मंथ्स रिजर्वेशन ऑफ नेम, रिजर्वेशन ऑफ नेम के आगे लिख के रख लेना, 3 मंथ्स के लिए रिजर्व हो जाएगा। एंड यहाँ पे एप्लीकेशन रजिस्ट्रार को दिए, आइडेंटिकल है, चेंज करना है तो एप्लीकेशन सीजी को दी है एंड 3 मंथ्स के लिए रिजर्व। Where the LLP changes its names or obtains a new name under this section, then within 15 days from the date of change, it will give a notice to the registrar along with the order of CG, who will carry on these changes and within 30 days issue a new certificate of incorporation to the LLP with this change. So child, you will first, you are an LLP, you will make an application to CG. CG will ask you to change the name within 3 months time period. And once you have changed your name, within 15 days, you will get this name registered with your registrar, and registrar within 30 days will give you the certificate of income. Please read this from the study material and tell me if any doubts. RO office is clear to everyone, section 13. Effect of registration is also clear. Name, limited liability partnership. It should not be undesirable, not identical. Yes, Nidhi, you want to ask something? Bolo beta.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, rectification of name of LLP section 17 में जो मॉड्यूल में लिखा हुआ है, provided that an application of proprietor of the registered trademark shall be maintainable within a period of 3 years. तो इसका मीनिंग क्या है?
बता रहे हैं बेटा, ये तो मैंने अभी आपको बताया ही नहीं 3 years वाला. Mute yourself. We are doing this point, okay? So everybody is clear on section 15, children? Any doubts in section 15? No doubt. Section 16, everybody is clear that you are going to propose a new name. What is the time period under section 16? For how long you will keep this name? 3 months. No, Harshita, there are no specific forms over here. No need to. Anyways, the information is too much. You want to learn the name of forms also? LLP itself apply for the change. Miss P, yes, that's what we're going to discuss. How the LLP will apply. Yes, LLP will also apply, or the trade owner will apply. Now, one important point we are going to take up over here. 3 months time period is clear to everyone. How will the rectification happen? The rectification is again going to take place within 3 months time period. And then within 15 days, you will file the application, and within 30 days, registrar will allot you a new name. Now, a very important line which I wanted to show you from the study material is, provided the application of the proprietor shall be made within a period of 3 years from the date of incorporation or the change of name of any. So I told you that you have stolen the name of Maggie LLP. So this Maggie registered trademark will go and file an application to CG. And CG within 3 months will tell you to change the name. Within 15 days, intimation will happen to the registrar, and within 30 days. ये सबको clear है? अब ये जो मैगी LLP नाम आपको मिला था, ये आपको मिल गया था 1 October 23 को. So now this registered trademark on 1 August 27 went and asked about this change. So law says 1st October 23, this registered LLP was registered. So October 24, October 25, October 26. Only within a 3 years period, if you find that you have any problem with this name, you can file an application, not after 3 years period. तो 3 साल का टाइम दिया गया है रजिस्टर्ड ट्रेडमार्क के ओनर को, प्रोप्राइटर को, that they can come and file an application for this change. Is that clear to everyone? Clear, everybody? So 3 years condition also has to be remembered. If you're making a fault, then CG will allot a new name and registrar will enter this new name in place of the old name and fresh certificate will be issued. So what are the steps? First, reservation of name will happen. Those who wanted to learn the name of forms, applicant has to file e-form run LLP. So if you want to learn the name of the forms, it's run LLP form. E-filing of Philip for incorporating a new form. Execute the LLP agreement in e-form 3 within 30 days of incorporation. So these are all the legal procedure, how the steps to incorporate LLP. Is that clear? I think we can do one small section more. Or you want to take certain questions with all of you. Let's try to see LLP related questions. Okay. So there is a September 24 paper that I'm going to show you. Yes, Krishnan Shri, only in the case of registered trademark. LLP directly go to CG skipping. Harshita, no, CG is different role we are having for registrar. You're going for the incorporation document. All right. Okay, let's try to do this question, examination question. Yes, Pavan Kumar, it's an MCQ based case study only. Let's try to read this. So I'm going to read it out for you. Mr. S is a well-experienced technocrat in the field of manufacturing of computer hard disks and motherboard. He resigned from his job and wished to form an LLP. So he was a sole proprietor and now he's forming an LLP for manufacturing and trading of computer hardware. He wanted to include his close friends A, B, and C who are very familiar and worked in the foreign companies also. So basically, he's trying to understand that these three partners are going to join you as in the LLP. All three partners have expected the invitation of Mr. S to be the partners. Mr. S wanted to ensure whether all of them are resident in India or not. Why does he want to know? Why does he want to know that whether they are resident in India or not? Tell me. Because there is an important condition. That for LLP, you have to be a designated partner. Very good. Rajveer, Diya, Harshita, Krishan Shri, Priya, Miss P, excellent, all of you. Julie, Soumya, Asta Sethi, Tanisha, Almas, very nice. So that means you're paying for attention. Good. So I want to know the details of stay in India. So A has stayed for a period of 170 days. B has stayed for 110. C has stayed for 100 days. All the partners have given their consent to act as DP. Also, he applied for the reservation of desired name to the registrar and paid the fees. The name applied has been approved by the registrar, and the approved name of LLP will be valid for a period of dash from the date of intimation by the registrar. 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. September 24 का question paper solve कर रहे हो. Wow. Everybody has given the correct answer, ma'am. 3 months. Excellent, children. Proud of you. Next question. Which of the following combination of partners as designated partners will not be according to the provisions of L? ABC, BNC, ANC, AN. You want to see the number of days? You can see again. A 170, B 110, 100. So we can make out somewhere B and C alone should not be come. Is it showing B and C? So what will be the correct answer? Very nice. Option B. Very good. In how many days LLP will file with the registrar the particulars of every individual who has given his consent to act as DP? "30 days of incorporation of LLP, 30 days of his appointment, 45, 60. तो ये दोनों में से कोई है A और B. 40, 45 days तो हमने पढ़े ही नहीं है. तो जल्दी से बता दो मुझे क्या. कोई कह रहा है 30 days of incorporation, कोई कह रहा है appointment. रेफर कर लो. Section 7, 9 अभी पढ़े हैं हमने. So let me show you the correct answers for questions 7, 8, and 10. All of you have chosen the correct answer. C, B, and B is the correct answer. So well done, students. 3 months, 30 days from appointment. And for the first one, you have also chosen the correct answer. So great. So we have also learned today how to apply our knowledge into the examination questions and how to solve. So now, since we have just 4-5 minutes left, I give you time. If you have any doubts or you want to ask something, you can speak. Or I'm going to ask you a question from foreign companies also. I don't know whether you have revised or not. Any doubts? No doubts? Then solve this question of foreign companies. The test that I told you I'm going to take you. For the test, everybody answer 1, 2, 3, 4, all the points. Steps to incorporate LLP में निधि क्या नहीं समझ आया बेटा? Ma'am, maximum DP is 2 correct. Yes, Tanisha, absolutely correct. निधि इज आस्किंग मैम एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट किसके बीच में होता है? यू टेल मी निधि, किसके बीच में होगा? एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट किसके बीच में होना चाहिए? पार्टनर्स के बीच में नहीं होगा। एलएलपी एंड पार्टनर्स के बीच में बताता है रिलेशनशिप, एंड पार्टनर्स का रिलेशनशिप क्या होगा वो बताता है एलएलपी। जैसे आप पार्टनरशिप डीड पढ़ते थे बेटा, वैसे ही आपका एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट। So I think take this question, the screenshot, and take it as a test. You come back on the next class and give me the answers, because I can make it out, because many of you are engrossed in LLP. All of a sudden आपको foreign company में लेकर गई हूँ तो दिक्कत आ रही है. So you have taken a screenshot, I believe, and in the next class I'm going to ask you the answers for this one. Try to solve this question. Do an open book system test. Try to cheat the answers. So students, I hope you have enjoyed the class, and now we'll be meeting on 30th June, same time. We'll be completing the chapter of LLP. So come revise your LLP. All right. Thank you so much, students. Thank you, everyone. All right. Thank you. Yes, sir, we are done. All right.